Welcome back to Memories of the Future. I'm your DM, BrookieBearStreams, and I'm joined by my lovely players, Evelyn.
Hi, I'm Evelyn, Ms. Knox. I am playing Mournique and Mournique.
And more Squeak.
And more Squeak.
And we also have Rowan.
Hello, everybody. Playing Wynne.
And we also have Lizzie.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, playing Solikha.
Tonight our story begins right outside of Ananta's cave. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, so we reach the surface. And we're all riding on the hippocampus.
Mm-hmm.
Being dragged through the water. And I would say other Mournique's despair is just sitting on the surface of the water, like on a patch of ice.
Cool.
Just looking bored.
She's so cool.
Yeah, she's so cool.
So Mournique's despair is sitting on ice, gonna wait outside Ananta's cave?
Yeah, sure.
Or did you
You're
mean that
gonna
she was
wait,
getting
right?
dragged along?
This is just as soon as we surfaced, she was up there.
Okay.
Fine, whatever. That was me talking to myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you head into Ananta's cave?
Yeah, let's try and make this quick. It's getting kind of cold. It's getting late, right?
I mean, it's been nighttime for quite a while.
Yeah, so I'm cold, so let's do this and go home.
When the two Mourniques were talking to each other, was it that in their heads? Or was that just casual?
No, that was out loud.
Love that.
Okay. How many?
Weird new powers. Might take a little getting used to.
Okay. Didn't know that it was a thing that you could just manifest other versions of yourself. That's new.
Yeah. Yeah, that's new.
Did you know that you could do that?
Not really. It's kind of a... Well, I told you before about how I could split my mind. That's the other part of my mind. Only now she has a body.
And her own mind?
No, well, kind of. We share one mind, but it's split. So, once I'm done with her, we just unsplit it, and she'll go poof.
And back into there? She's gonna point to your head.
I know.
Spooky.
Not a lot of room in here, right? So full of knowledge already.
There is quite a lot in there.
Last time I was in Mournique's head, like, there was... I'm trying to remember how you described it, Evelyn. There was it noise, or was it, like, shaking? There was some sort of...
Yeah, there was
a
quake, the whole house, or the whole room sort of shook for a moment, and there was a screeching sound, almost like a jaguar. No, not a jaguar.
But knowing what Mournique was like, how she was, right, like immediately before and after that conversation, versus what she's like immediately now, while this thing is still out of her, does she look any different? Not physically, but does she carry herself differently?
Yes. Yeah, she's kind of a little perkier. She's in a little better mood.
Okay.
Well, so are we done with her now?
I mean, I guess so, yeah.
What do you call her?
Well, she's me, so she's just Mournique.
It's gonna take some getting used to that.
When she is, you hear a voice behind you.
Oh no. The trauma.
I'm Mournique's despair. Everything she is afraid of. Packed into here.
Ooh, it's just like. Ooh.
Oh, you
So-
don't have to be scared of me. And she sort of runs her hand along your arm. And firstly, it's icy cold to the touch. And, it's got these kind of like shadowy black claws. She just sort of runs it down your arm.
This is what you're afraid of? It's just gonna be like inching away.
You're not very smart, are you? Mournique,
Mm,
stop.
I never claimed to be.
I'm sorry, Wynne. Okay, go away. And, she sort of cocks her head and then disappears. The other one. I'm sorry. I don't mean...
It's all right. It's seeing two of you. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I guess for most people, one is already too much.
Not me. Not us.
She doesn't say anything in response to this. She's just sort of sheepishly looking down to the side.
But it was pretty fucking awesome what you did back there.
Yeah, yours was pretty cool too. Can you, like, bring in other animals?
Yeah. I think I would be able to find the calling somewhere. It kind of just came to me like it was just the right thing to do.
It's so cool.
But we gotta say goodbye to
Everything
this guy
thank you.
first. And she's gonna like, slap his neck very proudly. I would say it was a very energetic horse. Very attentive.
I love it.
That's so sweet. There's a tear in my eye.
You're gonna have to come up with a name, right, Wynne?
I didn't even think of that. He's just here.
Well,
Maybe
you
next
know,
time we can ask if it already has a name.
If we ever see him again.
When you summon your animals, is it the same spirit that you're summoning in new forms, or is it different spirit animals that you're summoning each time?
I would say it would be something different each time.
Okay. That means they can all have their own, like, personalities and preferences and stuff, so that's fun. Let's go into the cave. Let's go talk to Ananta. We all dive down into the water. We swim to the familiar cave opening, and we come up into the tunnel, and we hear Ananta in the back of his cave, and we walk in. Oh, you have returned. Have you completed your task?
Yeah, we got it.
Very good. You have done the Naga such a good service. They may be able to return to the surface now and be friends with the village folk.
We sort of, like, had to fight them a little bit.
That, of course, was to be expected.
They're not gonna, like, come after us for revenge or something.
Not if I have anything to say about it. What came of dear Vasuki?
she doesn't want to say it out loud.
Did you destroy him?
She nods.
Will he be regenerating, or did you obliterate him?
I don't know. Maybe the second one.
That is not necessarily a terrible outcome, although it is quite tragic. My eldest son was always a vile snake. Well, in any case, please go tell Varuna what has happened. I will go to my people first. Because Vasuki might not be coming back, I need to convince my people that you mean them no harm. You were only doing what was necessary. But we do want peace, so I will let them know that this era of secrecy is over. We wish to make a treaty with the village folk.
Maybe just don't mention why we came here. Can you do that?
Of course. Such a great power is coveted by many. I can sense that you all will not abuse this power, but if fallen into the wrong hands, again, it will be abused.
What do you know about it?
Well, I know that the Great Hydra brought it to us to protect it. He said it was for a great purpose, but it has done nothing but cause trouble.
Maybe it'll be better off with us.
Agreed.
Maybe.
He'll reach into a small box with the tip of his tail, and he'll pull out a shimmering, faintly glowing shard of purple crystal. As promised, take this away from this lake. But do not forget, tell Varuna she will know what to do. We must prepare for the peace treaty.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear Theastra. He'll dive into the pool and swim through the tunnel and away.
We go home.
think-
I want to go home.
I think that was probably one of the best ways this could have ended. But
Yeah, that
it
guy
would be
was really nice.
It would be nice to sleep in a bed tonight. And I'm gonna take Mournique's hand and go.
Okay. So you all exit the cave from the way you came in, and the hippocampus drags you all across the lake, and you see a little light in the distance, and you can see that is like a lamp over at Varuna's dock. And you see Varuna, she's laying on the dock, and she has dancing lights, and they're dancing on the surface of the water, and little fish are like swimming up to like touch the light. So she's just playing with the fish. And she sees you all swimming up, and she says, "Oh, you all look half Naga already. Did you give Ananta my message?"
We bring a message from Ananta.
Her cheeks kind of blush red. What did he say?
That it's time for a peace treaty between the Naga and the humans.
Tears spring in her eyes. The time has finally come. We must get ready. We must throw a big party, a festival of rejoining. And she's very excited. She like hopped up on her feet, and she is like jumping around, and she's talking about all the things she's got to do to prepare. And she says, I need you to go tell the village folk. Tell them there is going to be a party here on the beach tomorrow. Tomorrow at sundown. I need food. I need chairs. I need firewood. Don't worry. I will take care of the preparations. I just need you to convince the village folk that this is a peace treaty. This is not a battle. This is a peace treaty. We must come with open arms to accept our neighbors. Oh, I'll get to see Ananta again. She's going to remove the earring, the pearl earring from her ear. You dearies, I will not need this anymore, for I will be able to see Ananta. This was my last remnants of memories with him, but I have to thank you for bringing him back to me. And she'll hold out her hand with the pearl earring in it. The earring adds 10 feet to your movement speed and grants dash as a bonus action.
Wow. Sounds like another Wynne item.
No, we can't just give Wynne all the magic items. That's not fair.
Yeah, no.
We've got
I'm
to deck
happy
her
to
out.
take your ice crystal.
It's true, you can swap things around.
What don't I have like the cold?
Yeah, but now we have another one.
So far you have the charm that goes on a weapon that adds 1d6 cold damage and then +1 to attack. Like it's a +1 magic item. And then this is an earring that adds 10 feet movement speed and grants dash as a bonus action. So whoever you guys think needs that the most, you can swap them out. You can trade them. It's up to you.
I mean, up for grabs. I don't.
Would I be able to put the ice crystal on the bottom of my parasol and use it with my Eldritch Blasts?
Sure. Yeah. That's really
Okay.
cute.
Let's trade.
All girl best friends sharing jewelry. That's just what happens.
Exactly.
Just like poking at them in their hands.
Okay, as you are discussing who should have the earring, Varuna is just like running around. She's grabbing things. She's like tidying the beach. It is really dark, but she's so excited. Come tomorrow night. Be here by sundown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she'll shake each of your hands vigorously. Thank you. And then she dashes into her cottage, her little fishing shack.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah, let's go. Let's leave.
Where are you going?
Can I stay at your house, Bubble?
Of course. Do you want to stay over?
Of course I do.
Solikha?
Yeah, I mean, I think I might go back to my place, actually. I left Numi there, and I just want to make sure, I don't know, she hasn't, destroyed my room or taken all my cool things. So I'm just gonna go back and do that.
Okay, no problem. And then Mordan will say, I must go tell my mother what has happened. I will meet you at the beach tomorrow night.
Sorry if that whole thing wasn't really what you wanted.
Well, we got justice. Hopefully we'll broker peace. We found out what happened to my father. I would say, despite my father's passing, that was exactly what I needed. Now I know why Numi calls you all so powerful. I can see why she has faith in you.
She wouldn't say that.
Not to your face.
Good night, Mordan. See
Good
you
night,
around.
ladies. Yep, see you tomorrow. And they will split paths and head to their mother's house, which is the opposite direction. Okay, so we're walking home, and Solikha heads to her house. Mournique, Wynne, and Bubble head to Bubble's cottage. Let's start with Solikha. So, Solikha, you get home. You see there is a light shining through your bedroom window, but the rest of the house is dark.
Okay. Just gonna go in through the front and make sure that everything's been turned off and everything is in its place as I go. On late nights, they, get so tired they just go right up to bed, and nothing's worse than waking up and seeing the house a mess in the morning.
There's a few things out of not in their right exact spot, but overall it seems that their job was done well today, and they didn't leave too much of a mess.
She will make her way to her room.
As you enter the room, you'll see Numi sitting on a chair, one of your fancy gothic velvet chairs, and she's just reading and taking notes. Oh,
What? Out of all the places you could, what are you? You just decided to sit in my room, huh?
Solikha. Well, I did do your chores for you today.
You volunteered.
Well, yes, but that was for Mordan's sake. How is Mordan?
We, hopefully he found some justice and closure in time. I think you'll be able to speak with him tomorrow, though. Is everything all right here?
Oh, yes. I just was very impatient, and I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to hear what you all went through. So, I figured I would just wait for you here. Your parents told me to make myself at home, so...
Well, I hope you realize that what this means is next time we come to your house, your room is not off limits anymore.
I guess. So, did you get the crystal?
We did.
Good.
But, no. I have a question for you, and I would really, really appreciate it if you told me the truth. What did you give Mournique?
Oh. She didn't tell you. Apparently not. Well, in honor of, I guess, becoming friends, I'm sure Mournique wouldn't mind spilling her little secret. Those were tears from that disgusting black lake under the well. Talandria told me all about it. If you drink the water from the lake, you will slip into despair. But she told me that Mournique has a nice little way of compartmentalizing things. So if you or I were to drink from that lake, we would be haunted by our worst fears. But apparently Mournique has a special ability to just turn that fear into something special. Did she drink it?
It's not okay
What?
doing that to her.
Her teacher, Talandria, approved it. It was her idea.
And did you tell Mournique what exactly this was going to do? That thing is, whatever that is, it's cruel.
What? Well, what happened?
It wasn't just this apparition, it was her, and it was all of the worst things that everyone in this town talks about her. It wasn't. She was cruel to Wynne.
That
in a
just
way that
sounds
Mournique's
like
never
her inner
been
self.
Mournique's never been cruel to Wynne.
Maybe not out loud, but I'm sure she thinks things. We all have intrusive thoughts, don't we? Sometimes I want to tell you how hideous your boots are, but I hold my tongue.
I'm standing in the doorway right now, Numi. I'd love to see you try and get past me.
Oh, I'm not trying to fight with you.
Look, I'm just concerned. And I'll have to talk with Mournique about it and see how she feels about it, because maybe she is completely content with this, and maybe I'm overreacting, and maybe I'm just being overly protective over something that I shouldn't be concerned about. But I just don't think that this should be something that we promote, drinking from a lake that, you know, the wrong person touches and it could be terrible. I just don't want Mournique to lose herself.
It sounds like she's splitting off her cruelty. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe if she separates her cruelty, she can see the qualities that she needs to work on.
Well, I'll have to ask her. But I'd really like you to get out of my room now.
She'll stand up. She'll walk towards you, towards the doorway. She'll just stop and say, I know we have our differences, Solikha, but I just want to tell you, you are a good friend. And she'll just push past you and leave.
Solikha just goes into her room and shuts the door and rearranges all the things that Numi moved. Because now everything's out of place.
It does all look a bit less dusty. You can tell that she dusted.
My special
Oh my
dust.
god, this girl. I just don't.
Numi went for blood.
I'm just gonna go to bed. This has been a long day.
That's
She gets like
awesome.
accosted in her own bedroom.
All right, so Solikha tucks into bed, a little frustrated, a little angry at the interaction she just had with Numi. Maybe a little taken back at her final words, but still doesn't make up for the fact that Numi is a bitch. Okay, let's cut on over to the other girls. We walk in. Bubbles' cottage, you can tell, has not changed at all since the last time you were here. Still very messy, still very cluttered, lots of plushies, a big unmade bed with just like 15 stuffed animals lying around. And she walks in and just flops down on the bed.
Ooh, that was crazy. What a day.
Yeah, Mournique sort of follows slowly, and she's like, clutching her stomach. Oh, my tummy hurts.
Oh no. I might have some Pepto-Abysmal in the cupboard.
So, Bissell.
It's for whenever I eat too many donuts.
I don't want to move. I'm just gonna sit here. And she just curls up on the bed.
Oh. Poor Mournique. What's Wynne doing?
I'm gonna plop down next to Bubble, you know, like settling into the cushion with her hands behind her head, all, you know, very comfortable. Just to say, I do think we need to sleep. She's got the right idea.
Yeah. Would you draw the curtains, please? The moon is kind of bright.
Oh.
Wynne, of course, would jump and immediately do so.
Yeah.
Are you feeling all right? You're gonna say as she climbs back in.
I just need to rest, and I'm sure tomorrow I'll be fine.
Yeah, it has been a long ass night. She flashes back to being knocked out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like her eyes just like look off into the distance and worry.
Nom flashbacks.
She got smacked down.
She sure did.
Mournique is just kind of something that that Naga had said to us is bothering her about how Vasuki was the eldest son, and maybe it's a good thing that he's gone because he was a venomous snake, and she thinks about her own parents and what do they think about her, and she tries to shut it out by bringing herself to a dark, quiet shore where she listens to the quiet sounds of waves lapping and eventually drifts into her trance.
That's right. Elves don't sleep, they just trance.
We trance for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Bubble for longer.
Love that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's basically a white noise machine, but
Yeah. Okay, we all drift off into our nice deep rest and awake to the sounds of birds chirping. We know today is the day that the Naga will come to the surface, and we need to go tell everybody that there's going to be a party. That's our job for the day. We don't have Solikha here to make us tea.
oh my gosh, I totally forgot how to tell them about that. My mom is probably already headed to work.
Tell them about what?
The party.
Oh, yeah, that.
If no one shows up at the beach, the Naga are gonna be really sad.
Okay, I don't have time to redo my makeup. I just have to go. And yeah, her makeup is just sort of streamed down her face like tears. All right, let's go. Let's go. Where's my umbrella?
It's in the umbrella stand,
Obviously. Thank you.
where I keep my golf club and my bat with nails on it. It's actually the first umbrella that's ever been in there.
I hate that in this fantasy world, golf still exists.
My cricket mallet.
You're okay with Pepto-Abysmal, but not golf?
Fuck golf. Unless it's mini golf.
Right. Yes. In that case, it is just an inflatable rubber hammer.
Which
Okay.
rubber also exists, we've established.
Correct. Yeah. Rubber comes from a plant.
All right, let's go.
Parasol out. Piece of toast in the mouth, full on anime girl running out the door.
Wynn's like tying her hair back and it's just like, wait up, guys. That was definitely not enough beauty sleep.
I know. I'm so sleepy still.
You both look fine, let's go. Or just stay and I'll go. I don't know.
So we should all go.
My god, pick something. Commit.
I'll go with you,
Lead-
Mournique. Lead the way.
This way. Wait, no, that way.
All right.
Right, I'm a little disoriented.
We dash over to Mournique's house where she can hear breakfast being made and just some low voices.
Yeah, I'll just, out of breath, sort of push through the door. You're still here.
Good morning, Mournique.
Hi.
Oh, good morning, dear. Sorry, I didn't know you would be here. Would you like me to throw in some more eggs on the pan?
Oh my god. Morla,
She'll
That's
raise
the-
her eyebrows.
it's the... Oh my gosh, I can't even think. At the water, at the lake, there's a thing, like a party thing tonight. And
Party?
oh my gosh, what's her name?
The
She lives at the-
fisherwoman.
Yeah,
Varuna?
yeah,
Varuna,
Yeah.
yes.
Varuna. She's making peace with the sea creatures that live in the lake, I guess, that are apparently in the lake. And there's supposed to be a party.
Your parents will exchange looks of just kind of confusion and flabbergastedness. Varuna's making peace with the Naga.
Yes.
There's Naga in the lake?
Yes. I guess.
Have you seen them?
Not personally. Do I have to roll for that?
If you insist, yeah, go for it.
Let's roll something. I want to
Oh
roll
yeah,
a die.
this is D&D. I forgot. This isn't just a roleplay session.
Okay, I got a 19. 12
Okay.
plus 7.
Okay. Well, that old lady tends to say crazy things, but I would hate for her to face the Naga alone on the beach tonight. So, what time? What should we bring?
Night-ish time. And bring villagers and probably, I don't know, hot dogs.
Will do. I'll bring my famous octopus weenies. You know, the
Uh-huh,
ones
yeah.
you loved when you were a child.
Yes, Dad.
Was
not
your
every food you
favorite.
make is famous.
It is famous. It got first place in the fair.
The fair, you were the only one who entered.
That's because everyone was intimidated by my weenies.
You are. Ah!
I love how mad he makes you.
not the noise I meant to make, but it's the one that came out, so.
I loved it. It was perfect. Ah! Okay. Okay. Yes, I will bring my weenies, my octopus weenies.
Great,
And-
got it. Yeah, you said that.
Okay, we'll see you tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Would you like eggs?
Stop. I just go to my room.
Bubble will just kind of pensively look at him and be like,
I really like your octopus hot dogs. Morel?
and she'll just run out of the room. Wynne, do you have anything to say?
No, she's just gonna follow.
Okay.
Dad really makes you mad, huh, Mournique?
He's just... Yes, he does.
You can kind of
Especially
see.
now.
You can kind of see like a little. Well, give me a perception check on Bubble. On Bubble's facial expression.
That's a really good roll. Perception 23.
Oh wow. Okay. You can see in Bubble's face that she's empathetic that you get frustrated by your dad because he is absolutely insufferable, but you can see like a faint hint of jealousy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It's okay. I just, your dad might be insufferable, but at least he loves you, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, it seems like he cares about you.
Well, he's a pretty good liar. Apparently.
Maybe he doesn't even know about me.
How would he not know about you?
I don't know. It's not like he gave birth to me.
He's a man.
Do you want me to find out?
With your mind thingy?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that on him before?
No.
Really?
I get enough of him out loud. I don't really want to listen in. But I'll do it for you.
I don't know. That seems kind of... No. I think I'd rather ask him face to face. That way we can see his reaction to confrontation. We can see what kind of person he really is.
I'm just worried. I'm worried that if we say something, they're gonna find out what we've been up to and try to stop us.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them know more than they let on. I can tell you that much without reading any minds.
That's a fair assessment. I don't think I'm ready to know just quite yet.
Let's just keep it to ourselves for now.
Agreed. Well, we told them about the party. We should probably tell other people too, right? We gotta go tell your dad, Wynne. We gotta go get Solikha.
We do. Maybe he can bring a horse or two for the show.
That would be fun.
Do you still have that goat that I like? Really mean one.
Jeremy? Yes.
Jeremy? No, not Jeremy, the other one.
Oh, I don't know.
Cool.
I love Jeremy! Jeremy's the really nice one. You can feed him right out of your hand and he won't even bite you.
You know my animals better than me.
My favorite thing about Jeremy is his lazy eye.
Those freaky square eyes.
They're rectangles.
Right. How silly of me.
Wow, Mournique, I thought for sure you'd know your shapes by now.
Very funny, Bubble.
She's just quietly celebrating that she knew something. It's a cold day in hell when Bubble gets to correct Mournique on something.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we do not need to, like, have every conversation with every person. Although that would be fun. But as you go through the village, you're letting everybody know that there's going to be a party on the beach tonight. I'm assuming that you, like, reconverged with Solikha, right? Solikha?
Yeah, there's like a party or whatever.
Mournique, I know.
No, that was me telling villagers. Not you.
Solikha reconverges. There's a party. Okay, so the four girls are walking around town. The old folk seem to be really excited. Some of the very oldest seem to remember the Naga, commenting how when they first settled there, the Naga were very friendly and they helped them get their village set up, but then shortly after they mysteriously disappeared. Some of the younger people seem to be confused when you say, like, there's water creatures that live in the lake. They're really, like, startled, and some of the youngest ones are very scared. And then everybody else just seems pretty excited to meet their neighbors who they've never spoken to. And, you know, you can tell they're excited because you know everybody in the town already. There's no one new to talk to. So they're excited to get to know new people. As you're telling everybody, you see Freed. And Freed has, like, a big, essentially like a picnic basket and just, like, supplies and everything like that. And he goes, "Oh, Wynne! Hey, girls!"
Hi, sweetie.
He'll look around and say, "How was your little adventure?"
Quite successful.
Didn't go very well.
Well, that's mixed
Oh.
reviews. Solikha?
It went well, Freed. We've just had it's just been, yesterday was just a very long night. We went to bed later than normal.
Well, could have fooled me. You all look dazzling and stunning like the fresh morning air.
Do you want something?
Well, I'm just headed over to Sherelle's house. I'm just dropping breakfast off to her.
Oh,
Do you want to come with me?
Yeah, sure. We should do that.
I'll wrap his arm around your shoulder. All right, so we head on over to Sherelle's house. As we knock on the door, Mordan answers and says, "I've filled my mother in on what happened yesterday, and she is very wary, as you might imagine. These Naga have killed my father. However, we have enacted justice, and if there's anything the peacekeepers don't do, it's hold grudges. So she is willing to accept the treaty, but the peacekeepers will be there and we will be armed, just in case."
I mean, for what it's worth, they seem relieved to, finally have this peace. I'm not saying that caution isn't a good thing, but just,
Well-
it's a good thing. This treaty.
I don't blame them for wanting to come to the surface. It must be... No, it is horrible to be trapped in one place, not able to leave. Wouldn't you agree? Freed is nodding enthusiastically. I see what you did there, Mordan. We're in the same situation. And then Fried will slip past, deliver the food. You hear a little casual conversation, and then Fried will come back. And Mordan will say, "Thank you, Fried. I appreciate all you've done, and I can take it from here. I will see you all tonight."
Tonight.
And Mordan will shut the door.
What a good guy. She's gonna look up at Fried.
Oh, yeah. I'm very lucky to have them in my party.
I'm very lucky to
There.
have you in my corner.
They're not much of a fighter, though.
No, they're more of like getting strangled or.
And Fried just looks a little shocked. What? What happened?
We may have
No, they
gotten
just
to.
totally blew it the whole time.
Mournique. I mean, for what it's worth, what was happening, I think we didn't even see what was attacking them. I mean, we're lucky we got Wynne out of there.
I didn't
They're
see
all lucky to
anything.
get out of there.
Your horsey took a nice big bite out of whatever it was that was strangling them.
This is true. It just looked like darkness.
What weird water.
Weird water,
Wynne.
indeed.
Thank you. Come on, you guys, no reaction.
Oh, there was a reaction. You just couldn't see it.
Yeah, I could just feel Evelyn's eyes rolling in the back of her head.
That's flop, Shane.
Okay, so you've told everybody in the village, and people are scrambling to prepare. Florana is making a bunch of food, and Celemon is preparing fireworks, and the blacksmith is making some, like, things to give to them as gifts, like rings for their tails and stuff. And Barkeep Jones is rolling out barrels of ale, and the whole village is buzzing, and they're so ready for tonight. Is there anything you guys want to do before we speed up the clock to sundown?
Nothing in particular for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
All good.
All right. Okay, so the sun is starting to set, and Team Future heads down to Lake Thea. You can hear a hubbub, a murmur, and you see village folk walking down the path south of the town towards the lake, and everybody's very excited, very nervous. There's a bit of anxiety going through the air, and we all get to the lake, and Varuna is standing on a big stack of crates. As we arrive, a few more people trickle in, and Varuna shouts to everyone, "Thank you all for coming! This is quite a momentous occasion for the history of our village. The reunification of Astaria Village and Lake Thea Naga." And as she says that, Ananta slithers out from below the lake surface and goes to stand by her side, and he's just as tall as her while she's standing on the crates because she's a halfling, and he's like a big tall,
Snake dude.
Sexy Naga. Sorry, he's a big tall snake dude, and my mind just got away from me for a second. Everybody kind of gasps as Varuna places her arm around Ananta and he kind of coils around her like waist in a snaky way. The crowd cheers and everybody's happy, and then all of a sudden all of the Naga come swimming out of the lake and onto the shore, and a hush falls over the crowd, and Sherelle makes her way through the crowd, and she's got a massive greatsword on her back, and Ananta meets her in the middle, and the official treaty between Ananta and Sherelle takes place. And Sherelle says, "The Naga and folks of Astaria village swear to do no harm to each other. We will live in peace together, keep each other safe, and come together as one." And Ananta hisses the same phrase, and an applause breaks out from the crowd, and fireworks, Salamon's fireworks, go blasting in the background, and a group of performers play an upbeat song. Naga, Aarakocra, half-orc, and human alike are playing in the band, and everybody starts to dance and have a great time. And everybody is there, except one person's missing. And why don't you guys give me a perception check to see if you can see who's missing.
I have an idea.
Okay.
That's an 18 though.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
She's busy dancing with Wynne. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, Freed.
With Freed, yeah.
12.
Okay. What's your idea, Mournique?
Talandria.
You do see Talandria standing next to Numi.
Interesting.
Priestess Sheena is not too far off, but she is giving a incredulous look over to Numi and Talandria. But as you scan your eyes through the crowd, you do notice that Morella's missing.
And he's supposed to be making hot dogs. Octopus hot dogs.
As the party goes on,
What about
hush.
Warlock?
yeah, Morella's there. She's handing out the octopus weenies. As the night gets darker, Solomon is at the campfire, and everybody is crowded around him. Everybody is crowded around Solomon, and he announces, "I will tell you the story." Everybody has this old man voice. I'm sorry. "I will tell you the story of the Bandersnatch." And goes through the crowd. "I know of a ferocious beast made of living fire residing in the southern woods. It has never harmed a single villager, but it lies in wait in the southern forest for the foolish or lost to wander into its lair. It feeds on negative emotions, despair being its favorite treat. It fears nothing but a very rare and precious metal called vorpal. They say the soil under our very feet holds traces of vorpal, and that's why the Bandersnatch stays away." "That's nonsense," you hear a voice from across the fire. "Everyone knows the Bandersnatch is a wicked emissary of Drakatane. He dares not encroach upon the village because of our faith. It frightens the beast." And it's Priestess Sheena, and she's got all these Naga around her, and she's looking very uncomfortable. And you realize that Numi is standing with you, and she whispers, "Both of them don't have a single clue about the Bandersnatch. When I was down at the Lake of Tears with Talandria, I told her of our plan to go to the Bandersnatch for the fire crystal, and she told me that the Bandersnatch is actually a guardian of the valley. They were to keep balance until the Theastran Council came and told him to stand down to let the new settlers take control. Bandersnatch hasn't been seen in these parts since, but he claims to have come from another world thousands of years ago. Anyways, that's what Talandria told me.
No, it doesn't beat despair.
Oh, that part I'm sure is true.
Okay, great. That's really good.
Why? Do you have a despair problem, Mournique?
Obviously not.
Did you drink the tears?
Yes.
Yeah, Solikha gave me a little bit of an earful last night.
Did she?
And Numi is speaking quietly, but she is huddled with the group, so she's whispering just loud enough for the Team Future to hear her.
I appreciate the concern. I'm perfectly capable of handling this.
Well, make sure you tell that to Solikha, staring Solikha right in the face. Well,
I got it, okay.
Solikha cares a lot about you, so just be honest with her. Don't freak her out so much.
Freak me out? I'm not scared, Numi. What
Insight check.
On whether or not Solikha's scared?
I got a 6. Yeah.
I'll roll just to see if I get. No, I physically can't. Oh wait, that's insight. Perception is a 2, so I'll roll just to. No, it's way over 6. So.
Okay.
Well, you might not be scared, but you care about her, don't you?
Of course, and that's why I asked. Look, Mournique, whatever she was, that isn't you.
I mean, technically it is, though.
It's because something talks white like you and walks like you. You think all those things about Wynne? You want to treat her like that? You want to talk to her like that?
I would never say those things about you. Not, not me.
Then it's not you. I was going to talk to you about it, if somebody hadn't opened their mouth. Glaring at Numi. I'm sorry, what was I supposed to do? Here, Mournique, here's some punch. Now tell me about this terrible, awful thing that you've recently discovered about yourself. Right now?
Looks like you have some things to talk about. And she'll walk away.
Yeah. Leave. You...
I love riling Solikha up. Yeah, that was so good.
I'm sorry.
don't know what.
I'm
Huh?
sorry.
What?
I'm really sorry.
Oh. Well,
She'll do anything I command her to.
huh? Oh,
I mean, she's
you mean
me.
I thought you were talking about Numi. I was so confused.
No, I'm still working
Sorry.
on that one.
Focusing. Focusing. Well, as long as she does exactly what you tell her to do, I suppose that's fine. Does it feel better letting her out?
Does feel good. In fact, the mage hand with the orb will come out and form the other Mournique. Mournique, don't say anything. And she doesn't. She just blinks and looks sort of blankly at us before drifting backwards into the shadows, and you just see the reflection of the red eyes. And then she'll sort of make herself unseen.
Wait, that's so cool.
Wow. Okay. That really does feel better.
No,
I can't
maybe
believe
we
I
can work
spent
with
all day
this.
like that.
Maybe we can work like this with this.
Well, it's
Well-
working so far.
No, what I mean is, I guess we can look at this two ways. One is that you know, this is something that you need to figure out for yourself. And if you tell me, you know, hey, Solikha, like, stay out of it, I'll stay out of it. But, well, if you enjoy having all of what she is out of you, you know, maybe we can start from there and see if we can make it more of a permanent expulsion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that might work. I'm really sorry that I made you worry like that. I didn't realize, you know, before we went home that it was bothering you. So I'm sorry.
Well, truthfully, I've been worried ever since our last conversation up here. She taps her head. But, you know, it's not everybody's, you know, darker sides are so, you know, manifest physically. This is, some people bury it down real deep. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry for talking to Numi before I talked to you. Out of all people, like, God, I could have talked to Wynne, I could have talked to Bubble, like, Numi? I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
guess she
really
just caught me
surprised
off
me with
guard.
that one.
Well,
She's
she was
not so
sitting
bad,
in my
really.
room. She was sitting in my room. She was on my chair, and she moved all my books around. But she alphabetized them, but I didn't. But I ordered them by color, and
Wait, you sort your books by color? How
well,
did I not notice that before?
That is so cute.
it's just more aesthetically pleasing.
I agree.
Hey, you're the interior designer here.
I'm really not. Apparently, my fashion has stuff to be desired.
That's not true. You are so stylish.
Look, do you ever have any cool stuff that you're no longer wearing? And, you know, maybe we could swap? Because
You know I picked my clothes based on your aesthetic.
I'm just gonna give her a big hug.
Okay. Yeah, I hug her back. Thanks for always being there for me, Solikha. Let's have some
Yeah.
fun. Do you want to dance?
I'll try.
I've
You lead
never
though,
done it
okay?
before either, so
Oh, this is gonna go great.
As the four left feet of Mournique and Solikha start to dance, Bubble runs over to the band and pulls out her kalimba and starts plunking along. And Freed looks down at Wynne and says, "Are you ready for? Have you caught your second wind yet? Are you ready for another dance?"
As long as you're ready.
Oh, Wynne, I could dance with you all night.
I'm sure that's not the only thing we could do.
Oh, well, I'm sure we could, you know. He's blushing very hard.
Oh, come on. Let's just go for another dance.
Okay. Do you ever think what would happen if if we were grouped together in the same party, Wynne?
What do you mean?
Like
Like at the beginning?
yeah, like, what if I was in Team Future or you were in Team Prosperity? I mean, I love my party. I love them all. They're my family, but do you ever just think about what it would be like for us to be able to go on adventures together every day?
Yes, I often think about how badly I want you to be by my side during our adventures. But I guess it just makes me miss you more.
I do say distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's hard
Plus,
to
I
feel
wouldn't
that.
have any fun stories to tell you.
That's true. Well, I hope when this whole mystery is solved and we get our powers back. I'm not really sure what godhood is like, but I'm sure there's a way for us to rule something together.
I absolutely see us being together for a very long time.
You really give me courage, even when I feel like running away and screaming and crying and running to my mom. Just kind of blushing and looking down.
You know, you can come screaming, running, crying to me.
Yeah? You wouldn't think less of me or think me weak?
No. No.
I love you, Wynne.
Wynne is very flustered too. I think I love you too, Freed.
And he'll take you and dip you in the dance and give you a big kiss.
Big sloppy bird kiss. However that works out.
Yeah, I don't know. His beak feels like luscious lips under yours. I don't know.
It's very passionate embrace.
Yeah. Very
That's
beaky.
so dang sweet.
Well, I'm feeling pretty, well, not tired, but I think I'm done with this kind of dancing. Do you want to come back to my cottage?
I would like that very much.
Okay. Well, you know how I value communication, so make sure you tell your girls where you are. I would not want Mournique to come knocking on my door.
Why? That's one of the best things that can happen to you.
Not when I'm trying to get some alone time with you.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's just gonna, I guess, hurry over to the girlies. She can't like even like look at them in the eyes. She's just like brushing, lint off her pants, and she's, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go spend some time with Freed. With Freed. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Have fun, Wynne. Be safe.
Safe. Text us when you get there. Text us when you leave.
Send me the
Text us when you get
address.
home.
Yeah.
Send me a pin.
I'm sharing my location.
Send us a pigeon when you get there.
Drop a pigeon.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Okay.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Go have fun.
I already am. She's gonna do a little dance for them, like something provocative. before skipping off and into the night.
Into Freed's open arms, and he will take you by the hand, and he will do his best to let me actually see. Let's roll for this. He's gonna try to like lift you into his arms, and he does. He scoops you off your feet, and he walks up the path through the village and into his cottage, takes you over the threshold, and shuts the door, and fades to black.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting that.
Doors.
The party's coming to an end, but you notice Bubble is still playing in the band. She's playing like a slow little tune. So Solikha and Mournique are still spending time together at the party, and you see a Naga. She is teal with little pink spots, and she's shimmery, like iridescent. And she's like looking over to you guys and like catches your eye, and then quickly looks back down, and she's really nervous, but like looks like she wants to approach.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
What's your name? I'm Mournique.
Hi, we've met before.
Really?
Yeah, I looked pretty different when we saw each other. I'm Sesha. I'm sure you don't recognize me. Last time you saw me, I was just bones.
Oh. Like, as in, like, yesterday.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry. You know, Wasuki told us that the Theastra are like really, really evil monsters from above, and we had to stay hidden because he wanted to eat us. Stuff like that. Well, I saw how hard you fought last night. And I saw you... Well, it wasn't you, it was, like, kind of you? Shatter him into a million pieces. And that's kind of when I realized he's not really who he said he was. I don't think he cared about us the way he said he did. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I can tell that you do feel love and compassion. You're not just evil monsters.
Well, hold on. What if I told you we are monsters? And I do want to eat you. I'm just kidding. I'm so happy that you're here. Everybody's having such a great time. I've never seen a village like this before. That wouldn't be possible without you.
Me?
Well, all of you. But yeah, you too.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Does this mean we can be friends?
Sure, yeah, we could be friends.
Yay! My first Theastra friends! I feel just like Daddy Ananta.
Your scales are really pretty.
Thank you. I was really disappointed when I lost them before. You know, 'cause Maka killed me and all. But I don't blame him, I totally get it. I mean, the two that took him out, they're gone now. They're not here. They took off.
They left.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Kurt-
they're gonna be in trouble?
I hope not. it was
Well.
Karkati. She was really upset when you killed Vasuki. She left. I haven't seen her since.
That was kind of an accident, but yeah, I don't know. If they come back, then they know who they're messing with, I guess.
Exactly. Especially with that clone thingy of yours. Is that your sister, or is that
No, it's kind of hard to explain.
That's okay.
It's me, but not me.
I understand. Well, I don't, but I understand that there's lots of things that I don't understand because magic is incredible.
Yeah, it gets pretty weird, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not judging. It's sad to see a brother die, but looks like in the end it was a good thing, because look at the village and the Naga now.
And now we get to be friends.
Exactly.
Well, come sit with us and hang out. Just for the rest of the party.
Okay.
She'll sit down and Florana walks by with a plate of like pastries that have like sardines on them, like a nice butter sauce. And Sasha will eat one and be very thrilled. She's never tried bread before and she loves it.
What is...
Wait until you try toast.
Oh my god.
Toast?
Toasted bread.
That sounds really good.
Mournique, there's so much more than toast. There's muffins and croissants and...
I just pick what's easy to make. I don't like doing dishes.
Oh, that's...
Your poor mage hand.
Yeah. That's where most of the despair comes from.
Okay, the party is winding down. Everybody's a little drunk. The Naga are slithering back into the water. You see in the moonlight Ananta and Varuna are sitting very closely. He's got his tail wrapped around her, and they're just kind of enjoying each other's company at last. And everybody's kind of walking home. Some people are like rousing the people who have fallen asleep, leaning against the driftwood and stuff, and it's the end of the party.
You want to walk home together? The three of us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. We're gonna go.
I'm ready.
You have a good time, Bubble.
You know I love playing in front of people. It's the most fun thing ever.
You're getting better and better at it.
Thank you. Did you have fun dancing?
Yeah, I've never tried it before. I kind of see what people like about it.
It's just a nice way to wiggle it out. Where's Wynne?
Wynne's having
She's
some alone
having
time.
fun.
Oh. Like... Wait, what?
With Freed.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. Does that mean Wynne's gonna lay an egg?
Probably not,
Oh.
but I don't really
Don't-
know.
More thought that I put into this than I thought I would be tonight. Bubble?
Sorry, intrusive thoughts kind of take over sometimes. Maybe I should split my brain too.
Don't spread yourself too thin, Bubble.
I bet Wynn's spreading herself
think-
right now.
Oh my god. You did not just say that.
Oh. Solikha's
ball.
gonna find like a stick and just like pop Bubble on the head. Go to jail.
Well, I have nothing to say. Because, Wynne is not present.
Yeah, it's because your mouth's full of feathers.
Well, I'm tired. You guys want to come sleep over at my house tonight?
Yeah. I like sleeping in your house. It's nice and quiet out in the
Mhm.
woods.
Mm-hmm.
You've got so many squishmallows. Or squish.
Squish
bubbles.
owlbears?
I can't
Squish
think of a
bubbles. I like
Squish
squish
fellows?
bubbles. Squish bubbles.
Squishballon.
I
Squish
assume she
bubbles.
has to make them herself.
Yeah,
So,
I'm an avid
squish bubbles.
plushie maker. Yeah, squish bubbles. I like that.
We got a big day ahead of us. We're definitely gonna go see the Bandersnatch, right?
I
yeah.
think. Well, that's on the list. I think we should talk about what were they saying about the thing that it doesn't like?
Vorpal?
Warble.
Despair? No, that's what it likes. Yeah, the purple. No, Vorpal.
It
Yes.
doesn't like Vorpal, and it likes despair. You have despair, Mournique.
Any of it. Maybe that would be an advantage,
Have we ever?
though.
Well, have we ever heard of this Vorpal stuff?
You've probably
Not
heard.
to get too deep into this before we
No, that's okay.
meet up with Wynne.
You've heard this story. Solomon's told this story before. You don't know what Vorpal is. You don't know. Like, he said that it's in the soil. So if it's like just a mineral that's a mixture in the soil or whatever. But you've never seen or heard of like Vorpal weapons or anything like that.
Maybe Miskin knows what it is. He knows a lot about metal. Being a smith and all.
It's another one of your great ideas. That right there. Brilliant, Mournique.
Andy, you remember his
I know,
name?
try not to be too impressed.
Well, I always am, so I guess you fail on that part.
So we'll talk to Miss Kip.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. Well, here we are.
And we arrive at Bubbles' cottage.
I'm in the mood for a cuddle pile.
Aww.
Do you want to be in
Okay.
the middle, Solikha?
Please?
Absolutely. So Bubble will draw the curtains and fluff the squishies, and Mournique will get on the bed, and then Solikha, and then Bubble will toss a blanket over all of us and tuck in and cuddle up next to Solikha.
Sorry if I snore in your ears.
It's weirdly comforting, your absurdly loud snoring. Based on true facts.
It's a white noise machine that you always wanted. So as Bubble, Mournique, and Solikha drift off to sleep, let's cut back over to Wynne and Freed. And they are lying in his bed, and he's got you tucked in the like crook of his arm, and he's still reeling, and he just says, "Never in a million years did I think I'd ever get you in my room like this."
He's gonna slowly look over at him. Oh, I knew.
Oh yeah? When did you know?
Knew I'd have you years ago.
I
I've always
was
been in
just-
love with you.
Oh. I never thought that someone as brave and strong and amazing as you, not to mention stunningly beautiful, would ever be into a silly little flightless bird like me.
Silly. You are silly for saying that.
Well,
You're very brave. Thank you, Barbie. I mean, like, you're very brave, Ken.
Freed is Ken! Oh my god! Oh no! Wait,
No,
has...
she'll reassure him.
Thank you, Wynne. And he'll just nuzzle his feathery face, his feathery cheek against yours, and slowly drift off to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Aww. Okay, we all fall asleep. We have an adventure yet to come. Okay, we wake up. We have our morning routine. Solikha makes some delicious tea for us and some toast and the iconic black toast for Mournique. And we had a nice cuddle puddle. It wasn't quite the same without Wynne, but we were very happy for our friend. Getting what she wanted and
Getting it.
deserves. Yep, she was getting it. And do we want to go meet Wynne, or should we just meet at our Four Corners tree as usual?
I think she wakes up early, and she probably doesn't like leave Freed any time to like really protest. Kissing his forehead, like, "Oh, I gotta go, honey," and she slips away. And she like it just assumes that the girls are Mournique's. So this time she climbs through the window.
We're not there.
Oh, are we not? No.
We're at Bubbles.
That's amazing.
Wait, I love that. So Wynne like climbs up through Mournique's window, and she like tumbles through the window, and she sees the doors, like the locks are all engaged, and it's dark, and you like stumble in. You
I
hear
don't think I'm that hungover, am I? Just looking around, like, huh?
and you hear like rattling on the door. You see the locks, each one unlock. Just...
Oh, she's gonna be like, oh, and she dashes behind. She's like to hide behind something.
Okay. After the last lock, you hear the door open, and you hear footsteps, and you hear rustling, and you hear... They're not talking, they're just like rustling, like picking things up and looking through drawers. And then they walk out, shut the door, and the locks go back locked.
Can she see if anything's like out of place from what she like just remembered?
Everything looks perfectly in place, exactly how it was left.
Maybe I did drink too much. And she's gonna climb right back out the window.
Okay.
Like, now on a mission, shielding her eyes from the morning sun, of course, to find her girls.
Okay.
So I guess she'd probably dash over to Bubbles.
Okay. As you approach, the girls are stepping out of the door. Mournique, of course, popping open her parasol and putting it right over her head.
Oh, good morning. We were just coming to get you.
Guys. And she's like out of breath. Something just happened.
What happened?
So I went to your house. I thought that's where you guys were. And I climbed through the window. And someone went into your room.
Now you climbed through the window?
It's
The
not what you
only
want.
time I'm not there.
That's not. You're missing the point. Someone was in your room.
Yeah, it's probably morale.
Does he do that?
Yes.
And have you confronted him about that?
Yeah. I tell him constantly not to go in there.
Well, I don't think your locks are working.
Obviously.
Why do you have locks if they don't even work?
I don't
Mournique.
know.
It's a psychological thing.
It's for the
Just makes you
aesthetic.
feel better.
They just kind of make me feel better.
I don't know. I got a bad vibe.
Welcome to my life.
So funny. Me and Rowan are like, this thing happened. You're like, yeah, that's normal. I have no privacy.
Maybe it's time you moved out.
Yeah. We might all be moving soon, huh?
Oh, true.
Well, wherever we do end up going, let's just promise each other now that we'll always, stick together and be friends.
We'll always promise that.
I promise. Solikha? Do you not want to stay friends?
Was that?
Huh? What? Sorry, I was just staring off into space. I just completely disassociated. What?
Oh. Welcome to my world? A lot of people entering my world today. Must be a good day.
I promise? Whatever was said?
I just,
What did I just promise?
give her a quick hug. Thanks.
Oh,
That's all I wanted
Yeah.
to hear.
Aw. Do we still want to go talk to Miss Kip?
We probably should, right?
Do you
Just in
plan on-
case we have to, fight this thing. From what Numi told us, it might be friendly, so if we
doubt
don't
it.
find the Vorpal, we might be able to go anyway.
We head over to the blacksmith's smithy, and as we get there, Miss Kip is just heading in and unlocking the front door, and you see, like, so the smithy is like in the main square, so you pass by like Florana, and you see all of the regular hustle and bustle of the morning in the village, but this time there's Naga, and they're slithering around, and they're going in and out of the shops, and there's like a stand, like a hastily made stand where they're selling fish and Naga made artisan goods, like some like seaweed salad and just different things that's new to the village, and everybody's really excited about it. So you easily slip through the crowd without anybody noticing you or bothering to ask what you're up to, and you can approach. You can go inside the smithy and talk to Miss Kip. Good. Wait, let's think of a new voice. Good morning, ladies. What can I do you you for?
Good morning, Belle. Hey, Miss Skip. How's it going? Had any problems with, Jep and... what's his name?
Oh no, Jep and Crispin haven't stepped foot in my smithy since that day a few weeks ago. You all did me such a favor. Those two terrorized me all the time. Not anymore.
Well, if they bother you again, just let me know.
Oh, I will. I heard
It
you
won't
did
happen a second time.
I heard you did quite a number on Jep.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty funny.
So what are you ladies in the market for today? Looking for a new dagger? Maybe a new glaive?
Maybe. What do you know about Vorpal?
Oh, like from that fairy tale last night?
Yeah. Is that real?
Oh, you know how Celamon could be talking about all kinds of mystical, magical things. Who knows if they're real or not? I never seen no Vorpal before.
What's Vorpal? Wynne was not there for any of that. She's been kind of like shuffling behind you guys. Not sure of what's happening.
Well, it's apparently imaginary metal, so... That's too bad. I just kind of wanted to get a little souvenir.
Well, if I hear about any Vorpal, I'll let you know.
Right.
If you find any Vorpal, you let me know. I'd love to make something with it.
I wouldn't think about bringing it to anyone else.
That's my girl.
Well, we don't mean to, bother you all morning. So, we'll take our leave.
You be safe out there? Well, of course you'll be safe. You have fun out there.
Fun. Right.
Take care, ladies.
Well, that was a bust.
So, yeah.
Well, maybe we don't need it.
We don't really have a choice now, do we?
Not really.
Well, its favorite flavor is to spare. Maybe we can just feed it your clone.
Yeah, I think it would have to, like, eat part of my brain for that.
Oh,
So maybe
no.
not that.
Let's not do that.
Well, maybe if you were to call it out and have it wander into the middle of the field, maybe it would act as the perfect bait.
Let's try diplomacy first.
Are we ready to head into the southern woods?
The southern woods.
The southern woods?
Mm-hmm.
Into the marsh?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, it's not a marsh, it's just woods. Okay. We will montage our way through the forest. This is definitely parts of the forest that have been strictly forbidden. The forbidden forest, if you will. And in the
Is
southern...
this where the manticore came from?
No. The manticore came from the eastern woods.
Okay.
So you head into the woods. You're walking. There's a small break in the trees. And it's very, very dense. Like, you can't see past the trees and the foliage and the underbrush and the vines and everything. But finally, there's a break in the trees, and you step through and find yourself in a beautiful meadow with pretty flowers, and you can hear birds chirping, and it's all very lovely. In the very middle of the meadow, there's like a pile of large boulders that seem kind of out of place. But you can see the boulders kind of like leaning against each other and like almost looks like some sort of shelter.
Another stone talus.
Stonehenge.
Cool spot.
Do we see any tracks or trace of something here?
Give me an investigation check.
Well, that is a 14.
Okay. So, If you are walking through the meadow and quietly just like observing for tracks or some kind of signs of life, you will notice that there are piles of animal bones outside of the perimeter of the rocks. And there's like footsteps that look to be like dog paws almost, but they're pretty big. They're much larger than your average dog. And the grass around the rocks is kind of like dry and kind of dead.
So there's no like place where in like
Say
in
that it-
terms of there's no like cave or like there's no like place where there's no discernible place where it's like hiding, right? There's no cave or like hole in the ground or something like that. This is just a field.
If you get closer to the pile of rocks, the pile of boulders, you would be able to see that there is an entrance to... It's less of a cave and more of a shelter under the rocks, which is technically a cave, but it's not like a deep cave into a mountain or tunnels into the ground or anything.
How do we want to...
Do what exactly?
Like, are we going to try and... Are we going to sneak up, or are we just going to walk in and try and talk to it?
Yeah, we should try to talk.
How close do we get?
How close do you want to get?
I'll go check it out.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll come. I'll come too.
You can stand back if you want to. Solikha,
I'm not going to leave you guys alone.
then come on.
Okay.
Bubba will take Solikha's hand.
We'll be fine. Worst case scenario, Mournique has half her brain eaten, but I'm sure we could find her another brain.
I don't need that half.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, Bevel, I trust you.
I wouldn't advise that, but thank you.
Okay, so we approach the cave. You can feel heat coming from inside the mouth of the cave. And you think you see a faint glow, and you definitely hear a low rumble. As I've said, there's animal bones littering the entrance and outside the cave. And a terrible, low voice echoes from within. What brave mortals come to gawk at the guardian of the valley? Or have you come to feed me your despair? That smells quite delicious, you know.
So we did find you. The guardian of the valley.
You, from within the shadows, you see approaching a dog-like creature with 6 legs, as big as a direwolf, fur bristled, sharp as porcupine needles, flame flicking out from its mouth and below its fur. And it walks towards the entrance of the cave. It gives a big stretch, and then as it approaches the mouth and it steps into the sunlight, it starts to change. And suddenly you see in front of you a tall man, wiry but muscular. He has the same dark eyes and fiery mouth, but now instead of being covered in fur, he has long, spiky brown hair, clawed fingers and toes, and tattered clothing.
Wow.
Whoa.
We need your crystal.
You need my crystal. I was once the most fierce and noble creature on this planet. And you simply walk up to my cave and make demands.
Well, I thought maybe you might want to help us.
Why would I want to do such a thing?
There's a lot of rumors about you. You were told to stand down by the Theastrans. But that actually, your purpose here is to preserve balance.
You seem to know a lot about me.
It's just the story that I've heard.
Most rumors seem to be very haphazardly thrown around, but the ones you've heard are true. When those damn acolytes appropriated my lands, they stripped me of my calling. When they came, I was, of course, no match for a whole council of Theastrans. But what they wanted to do with the land seemed fair enough. It was a test of honor and skill, they told me. Some kind of proving grounds for little godlings that needed to be taught a lesson. It was meant to be temporary, and in the name of balance, who was I to say no? I was to reclaim my lands once the godlings completed their task, their trials, and the village folk were no longer needed. They were to go back where they came from. But I assume they haven't. And until then, I sleep, and I eat, and I wait. And this crystal, he'll pull it out of his pocket and hold it up. The Hydra told me when the task was complete, I was to return this gem. They could return from whence they came. A part is missing, but I remember where I hid it. There is another piece still, but I lent it to the hag for safekeeping. Are you telling me the task is complete, and the villagers will go home if I give you this crystal?
Well, not exactly.
But I'm afraid I cannot give it to you.
Well, what if we... Okay. The godlings. That's us, right?
And his eyes will go wide. All 6 of them. You are the godlings.
I think so. I mean, we took the trials, but the Theastran Council said we weren't worthy.
What is it that you did to deserve the punishment of being sent here?
I don't really know. I don't know anything. I just know that I want to get out of here. This isn't where I'm meant to be. You must understand that.
This is where I am meant to be.
Is it? Here,
Yes.
hiding under this rock?
Well, no, not here. But this land. If you're the little godlings meant to be tested, it seems their test was a farce. They wanted to leave you stranded here with no escape.
So it would seem.
Well, I'd rather not share this valley with a bunch of fools following their corrupt faith blindly. Of course, I do not have faith in the Theastran Council, but again, I am no match for all of them, despite my strength. If I provide you with this crystal, you may have a chance to right their wrongs, and I may have my valley back. If the delusion is shattered, there may be hope yet for those in the village. They may need assistance keeping balance in the lands, and my duty will be restored at last.
So you'll give us the crystal.
You must first show me that you are worthy, that you can follow instructions, and you can handle such a task. So I will send you to the other piece. And if you return to me unharmed, I will give you this piece. What you're
Where do we
looking
find
for.
the other piece?
It's deep in the woods, atop the tallest tree. Follow the smell of smoldering pine. There might even be smoke. Yes, there it is. He'll point with his clawed finger. In the distance above, you can see the tallest tree, and there's a little tiny plume of smoke going up from it. Wait here, he says. He goes back into his cave. And he returns with a hooded cloak. And the cloak is red, and it has black flames embroidered into it. And he says, this once belonged to a dear friend of mine. It was the only way he could bear to be close to me, but I have no use for it now, as he has not visited in a long time, and I fear he will not be back. You may use this to help you in your journey.
Thank you.
The crystal is very hot.
We can handle it.
I hope you can.
We'll be back soon.
Please hurry.
Thank you again.
And he'll turn around and slink back into his cave and assume his Bandersnatch form.
Okay. As he does that, and we turn to leave, when Mournique turns around, just immediately right behind her is Mournique's despair, like as if that was the back of Mournique. And she just looks at the Bandersnatch and gives him a little wave, as if taunting him a bit.
Okay. Roll for
Initiative.
intimidation.
13.
You just hear a chuckle from inside the cave.
It wasn't me.
What was Wynne doing during this Bandersnatch situation?
Ogling.
Oh my gosh. Wynne's like, I'm not fucking married.
Right.
Wynne grumbles, and she's like, only a dog would tell us to follow our noses.
I love that so much. Okay, so do you want to head over to the instructed area?
Yes.
Yeah. And we got this fancy cloak.
That's right, yes. So the cloak, I didn't tell you what it was. Thank you for reminding me. So he also handed you a cloak and said that it belonged to a friend he used to have, and that was the only way his friend could be, like, close, was to wear this cloak. And the cloak gives you fire immunity. It's also +2 to AC.
This would probably look pretty cute on you, Solikha.
I mean,
It
maybe,
smells
but
kind of funny, but
I do have a little bit of protective braces and things like that. I know it doesn't really go with your style, but maybe it'll help just a little. Because no protective gear, fashionable, but basically I'm saying, I think you're squishier than I am.
But she has the ice charm.
yeah, you're the only one who hasn't gotten anything cool.
Okay, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
And Wynne already has a cloak.
We all wear each other's stuff
Wynne
anyway.
We do.
So lucky that we all have the same shoe size.
So it's a +1 to AC and
+2. +2
Fire
to
immunity.
AC.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now you have what, 17 AC?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Dang. Okay. I'm sitting pretty at 13.
That's what I. I just said.
That's okay. Well, you don't
I
have a
don't
weapon.
need armor.
You don't have a weapon, so
Well, don't worry. I have ways to protect you.
exactly. Yeah.
I was never worried.
As you are discussing this and walking through the deep woods, the smell of burning pine gets stronger, and you know you're getting closer to your destination. And do you approach the tree?
Hmm.
Yeah.
As you approach, it's kind of the shade of the tree has prevented the shade and the just great size of the tree has kind of prevented the undergrowth from like really growing. So it's a tiny bit of a clearing, just a little bit of a clearing. And Solikha, you can see on the ground what looks to be like caltrops, and they are of a metal, and they surround the tree in a perimeter, and they're a type of metal that you've never seen before.
Hmm. Do they look like they were, like, did somebody place them here, or do they look, like maybe someone threw them here because this is a good place to put them?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. I'm too busy trying to get my cloak on. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really tell why they're here or really what it is. You just recognize the shape.
All right, everybody just step carefully. There's some spiky things on the ground.
And as you approach, everybody give me a dexterity check.
14.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
11.
Okay. And let's roll for bubble. 16. Okay. Okay. You all successfully step over the caltrops, and as you approach, you glance up and you can see something red kind of shimmering from above. And you know you've reached your destination. You hear kind of a whispering, hissing sound, and from above comes a bolt of fire. Oof, we are so lucky. And it smacks Solikha right in the chest and does nothing. I rolled to see which person would be hit, so I'm really glad it was Solikha.
Are you okay?
Yeah, Bubbles screams.
Are you sure you don't have like some sort of like future sight? That was really lucky.
I never said I didn't.
You hear a great hiss and come slithering down the tree. You see a familiar face. It is Karkati, and she has come for her revenge.
This is entirely too much skeleton.
No, it's so creepy. Ooh.
Okay, so Karkati has a gem clutched in her tail, and she has a bone naga with her. I knew you fools would make your way here. Theastra's chosen acolytes told me as much. They told me if I stop you, I'd be made leader, and they'd give me all the gems. I'll be unstoppable. And then we will rule this valley, the whole world. You pathetic dust, and I will be our slaves. No more hiding in the muck at the bottom of the lake. We will make this planet our hunting grounds. And best of all, I will get my beloved Vasuki back. You monsters destroyed him! Roll for initiative.
21.
A 16.
14.
And Bubble! Bubble got a 21 too. Actually, Bubble got 22.
And then Karkati got a 15. And the other guy who you don't recognize because he's just, bones. But it's safe to assume he's the guard that, based on the crack on the back of his skull, is the guard that Wynne obliterated.
Nice.
Back for more.
You bastards! That's what a guard sounds like, right?
Daft.
Okay, it is Bubbles' turn.
Bubble's turn?
Yeah, she got a 20. She got a 22.
Oh. Sisters.
Or she got a 23. She got one above Mournique. Whatever.
I got a 21.
Okay, then 22. Yeah. She got a 19 plus 3.
Yeah, and a 19 plus 2.
Okay. All right, Bubble is going to first inspire Wynne.
Hi.
Wynne, you're gonna need this.
I get so much use out of this thing. And she's going to try to shoot Karkati with her hand crossbow. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, yes, she hits. And that would be 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage. Alright, she does 5 damage. Woo! And now, so she shoots Karkati with her hand crossbow, and it like sticks into her scales, and she just kind of shakes it loose. And it's now Mournique's turn.
Okay. Stepping out from behind Mournique is Mournique's despair, and she walks out smugly and looks up and says, "They lied to you, and you're gonna die right here." And she hands the orb to Mournique, and she, leaps up towards the tree and just starts climbing up the tree after her. This creature. I'm just gonna swipe with the claws if she can reach.
Cool. Yeah, it's fairly easy to climb up the boughs of the tree, so I won't say that it's a
She rolled
climbing
pretty
distance.
good. 24 to hit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it's this weird looking one. 10 cold damage.
Awesome. And you're doing that to Karkati or the Bone Naga?
Karkati.
Okay. 10 cold damage.
Yeah.
She shrieks, and she's especially freaked out because this is what killed her love, Vasuki, and she is in fact vulnerable to cold damage while she is in her heat form. So that would be 20 points of cold damage.
I want the Theastrans to hear you scream.
At her ass.
Okay, it's Wynne's turn.
How far am I from Karkati?
So you were probably 10 feet away from the tree, and she is about 20 feet up into the tree. So a total of 30 feet away from you.
I mean, I would like to use Misty Step and maybe get my ass up there.
You could use Misty Step, but you do have 30 feet of movement. So if you want to save a spell slot,
Yeah.
because it's
I
a
guess
second
you're
level spell,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
No, I'll climb.
a more strict DM would just be like, okay, and not tell you that this is not necessary, but I want you to be able to save your spell slots for your smites.
Yeah,
you,
so, okay.
You absolutely can climb up there.
She won't.
Okay.
She'll be ravenous.
Get on, Spider Monkey.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I make it up there already, right?
Yep. So you climb up. You are leaping from bough to bough, and you get up right in Karkati's face. And what do? You still have your action and your bonus action.
I'm going to go for 2 melee attacks with my glaive.
Okay, do it.
Let me see. Oof. So that's 8 and 21. I'm going to go for a Divine Smite.
Let's go. All right.
All right, so that's 13 slashing damage, and 10.
Alrighty. Would you like to use your bonus action?
Yeah, so I'll go for the polearm then,
Okay.
which is just a D4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
That's
for me.
2.
Okay, it is now Karkati's turn. She's fucking pissed. She is bleeding, and she is angry, and she's gonna bite you.
Oh.
She's gonna fucking bite you. So 23 to hit, and it is 5 piercing damage, and then let's see. Make a Constitution savings throw for me.
13.
Okay. Now, are you? What am I saying? Which savings throws are you proficient in? Do you know?
Wisdom and charisma.
Okay. So, what did you say you rolled?
A 13.
Okay.
Well, I rolled 12 plus 1 for my Constitution.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful. All right. So, as she bites into you, you feel heat coming from her mouth, and it feels like she's trying to, like, breathe fire on you, but it doesn't quite come out. Okay, and it is now the Bone Naga's turn. So the Bone Naga slithers down to the ground and will try to attack Bubble. The dice, whenever I do this, the dice really hate Bubble. And he will... I love having my monster manual right here in front of me for this. This is so awesome. He will slither down and try to bite Bubble. Oh, yep, he does it. He gets it.
Oh no.
And...
Well, he's about to get it.
Oh, he rolled really bad on damage. So that's only 6 piercing damage. Oh, plus... Oh, shit. 6 damage plus 8. So that's 14 damage on Bubble. And as he bites into her, his flames do come out of his mouth, and it singes Bubble's poor little skin. And it is now Solikha's turn.
Well, she said she was able to protect Mournique, and she is going to keep well on that promise, and she's going to manifest her red string again.
Yay. And
wrap it around Mournique's wrist and cast Warding Bond.
Okay.
So Mournique gets a +1 to her AC and saving throws, and you have resistance to all damage.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
And that's it.
Okay. It's
Back to Bubble!
So Bubble now has this bone naga in her face. So she is going to put out her hands and cast Shocking Grasp. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Although the naga are now attuned with fire, so they're no longer like immune to lightning, electricity just kind of goes over its bones and doesn't have any effect, and she fucking missed. But she will give Bardic Inspiration to
Mournique!
I'm always inspired around you.
Yeah, now it's more.
Officially.
It is now the Mournique's turn.
Okay. First, Mournique is going to Eldritch Blast the Bone Naga.
Yes.
Get away from my sister. 9 plus 8. 17.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That is these 2 dice. 9. 14 damage.
Wow. Okay.
6 damage is cold damage. So
And
if
we'll-
he's
12.
If he's
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
right.
They have gained a serious aversion to cold damage. And they're also attuned to fire right now, so math that up for me.
I think it's 20 damage.
Wow! Let's fucking go. Very good.
Second bolt. That is a 15 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. And that is going to be 5 force damage
Okay.
and 5 cold damage doubled to 10. So 15 damage.
Wow. Damn. Mournique just became like one of the heavy hitters. And that's Mournique. That's Despairless Mournique, right?
It sure is. That ice crystal helps a lot, I will say.
It does, yeah. It is now Mournique's Despair's turn.
Bear is still clawing at the other one.
Karkati.
Yes. Well, they all have such cool names. Oh, that's a really good roll. 17 plus whatever.
Yeah.
Plus 7. So,
Wow.
12 cold damage. Doubled
12.
to 24.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the cold grip of death.
She shrieks with fear in her eyes. It is now Wynne's turn. Wynne, you're right up in Karkati's face.
We're gonna go for the bam bam again.
Let's fucking go. The blam 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 blam.
I got a 14 and a 16.
The 16 will hit, the 14 will not.
Darn. We're gonna go for another divine smite.
Awesome. Do it.
That should be 19.
19
And
damage.
I would like to, 19, and then I want to do my full arm. So,
Okay.
18.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 23.
All right. So as Wynne, she's got her legs like wrapped around the branches of the tree for support. Just absolutely slices through Karkati and does a cool like spin trick with her glaive and cuts through Karkati and flips the glaive and smashes her face, and she crumbles into ashes.
Hell yeah.
And the bone naga shrieks in anger and will slither up the tree and go to bite Wynne.
Oh no.
Mournique's
Doesn't-
despair is glaring at you, by the way.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Glaring at who?
You.
Oh
for,
no.
for taking the kill.
Yeah.
Just gonna shrink back into the leaves.
So that would be a 6, 7, 8, 9 piercing damage, and as well as 14 fire damage.
Jeez. Alright.
Okay, it is now Solikha's turn.
Okay. Did the bone naga go up the tree?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it turned from bubble and
Um.
slithered up the tree.
Okay. We're going to. Dang, he ran away. All right. Then I'm going to
You can climb the tree too.
Toll the dead.
Ooh.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. 5.
Okay. That's. Oh, hey, not bad. 13 necrotic.
Okay. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty. That makes it Bubble's turn. Bubble is going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Your bones aren't even good enough for soup!
Alright, 1 damage. Nice, Bubble. Good job. Okay, that makes it Mournique's turn.
Okay. Yeah. Just double Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Such a mouthful.
It's not.
20 to hit.
Okay, yep.
Let's see. 8 force damage.
Okay.
12 cold damage. That's
Okay.
already doubled.
Alright.
So that's 20 damage with that one. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do all the attacks.
Sounds good.
That's another hit for sure. That is 4 cold damage, that's total, and 12 force damage.
Alright. As Mournique aims her parasol at the bone naga, she lets out 2 massive icy blasts, and it takes one hits him right in the body, and the one hits him right in the face and takes his head right off, and his bones freeze and splinter and shatter. The head right through the eye gets pinned with the crackling cold magic. And congratulations, you have felled these foes.
Dang, Mournique.
Wow. I guess I can finally, contribute.
Well, you were contributing before, but that was entirely. I was like cranked up to 11.
I think I've gotten
Good
a little
job, Wynne.
stronger.
Up in the. She's up in the tree.
Yeah, covered in like naga blood. That was an incredible fight.
Don't slip and fall, Wynne.
Okay.
Watch your step.
I love that Wynne is scared of Mournique's despair.
Don't look
Or like
down.
wary of her.
She's gonna just ignore her and start climbing down.
You notice after you had slashed and gutted Karkati, the crystal fell from her tail and thudded into the pines below. And it is very hot. Very, very hot.
Like how hot?
Hot enough to burn.
You're up, Solikha.
Solikha, can you breathe?
And just when the world needed her most, she vanished.
Oh no!
Sorry,
I know the
guys. I
frustration.
disassociated for a second.
Oh no! Solikha's developing social anxiety coping mechanisms.
Oh, it's the maladaptive daydreaming. That's what she's got.
Let me teach you this little trick, Solikha, that I use.
Yeah, she would go ahead and grab gem, seeing that it's too hot for Wynne to touch.
Mm-hmm. And it's warm to the touch, but it does not burn you, or does not hurt you in any way.
Glad that that guy in the cave wasn't lying. This would have been a really bad burn.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.